determine savings. 1, viability of financial institutions. 2, knowledge of saving culture, of the saving culture. 3, clear goals for saving. And 4, high motivation to save. Factors that determine investment. 1, viability of investment opportunities.
Before you continue, are all those points clear to you?
Could you please explain point number 2?
Okay, so let us explain these points one by one. You have factors determining savings. What are factors that are going to influence you as you save your money? One is the availability of the financial institution. What is the use of the financial institution in this case? Who can help me to answer? Yes, Nalwega Esther.
No, teacher, sorry, I left my hand up.
Yes, Chirabo Hope.
I think the financial institutions are the places where people save their money.
Yes, can you give us an example?
E.g., DFCU Bank, you can save your money in DFCU Bank or Centenary Bank.
Good. Now, how is it influencing? How is it determining saving?
I think it determines saving because now one can have a place where to save the money. Because if those banks are not there, one may not have a place. Okay, if the financial institutions aren't there, one wouldn't be able to save their money in the bank. So if the banks are there, one can save their money in there safely.
Teacher,
yes,
I also
very good.
Excuse me,
Now the next point is knowledge of the saving culture. Can you explain that? Yes, Adeke Faith.
I think
Adeke.
yes, I think knowledge of the saving culture basically means knowing the different ways of saving your money. Like, for example, how you get the money you need to save, whether you're going to keep it in a bank or if you're going to keep it maybe at home or in different, maybe a piggy bank. So a saving culture are the different ways or different formats of saving.
Okay, thank you. So if you have the knowledge on the saving culture, you have the saving culture, automatically you're going to save. But if you're lacking the saving culture, you will not save. Yes, Charity, what do you have to tell us?
So I have a question. Are insurance companies also financial institutions that can help in determining savings?
Not really, but they can help in saving because some insurance policies are helping in saving your money.
Okay.
Excuse me, teacher?
Yes.
On getting to know the knowledge of saving culture, can you also say, like, one of the reasons, the explanations, like having a habit of saving, can that be like a saving culture?
Yes. Then we have clear goals for saving. Who can talk about this one? Yes, Atkunda.
Teacher, for me, what I think is like if you have like, okay, if you're saving for like maybe a clear purpose, like you really want to like invest in some business that you really want, you will save like better. You will be motivated to keep on saving. Me, that's what I think.
Very good. So if you have the reason why you are saving and you have what the goal you want to achieve, it will motivate you to save. But if you don't know why you are saving, I don't have the reason why you are saving, you may not be motivated to save. Next is high motivation to save. Who can talk about that one? Queen?
Like if you have a high motivation to save, it's like you have a clear goal to save for it. Like, but if you don't have if you have a low motivation to save, you can maybe you save, then after you deduct some. But if you have a high motivation to save, you will leave that money there and you get more savings.
Very good, thank you. Then we are going to the factors determining investment. Who is reading for?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, Nam again.
High motivation to save, can't it also be like the love for saving? Like so much saving, like for something.
Yeah, it can be that. Can the summary read? Brenda, you're reading for us.
Okay. Factors that determine investment: availability of investment opportunities, favorable government policies on investment, determination to work hard. The significant reasons for making savings and investment include the following.
Before
Should
you
I
go to,
continue?
do you understand all those points?
Yes.
Can you explain the number 1 point?
Availability of investment opportunities can be like, let's say you there is a business that's starting up, you're setting up your business, and according to the place that you're starting up your business, you feel like it's going to build up or it's going to sell very quickly because there are not as many businesses in that area as like yours. Like there are not very many businesses like yours. Let's say you're setting up a farmers in a rural area, and people are always getting sick, and you have done your research, and your drugs that you're going to be selling are not very expensive, so you're likely to get customers. This is what it means to have like availability of investment opportunities. You have what you're going to invest in, and you're sure it's going to build.
Excuse me,
Okay.
teacher.
Yes, you are excused.
I just wanted to talk more about availability of investment opportunities. Let's say like you like things like fashion, designing clothes, such things, and maybe your savings that you can start up a boutique, let me say. But maybe in the area where you are, there are very few boutiques, there are very few places where you can get clothes to sell. So like you lack the investment opportunities, like you don't have where to invest your money. You have a goal, but then in the area where you are, you don't have the opportunity to invest your money for your specific goal. But if you have the opportunities, then you can invest properly.
Okay, very good. So the availability of the investment opportunity is that you have seen the opportunity. You have seen the business where you want to invest in your money, and the market is there, everything is available. So that will motivate you to invest. It will influence you to invest your money because the opportunity is there. Yes, Faith?
I wanted to explain. Yes, I wanted to explain. I think favorable government policies on investment is where the government doesn't heavily tax the investors. Like if you're going to invest, like maybe in a clothing line, and there are different government policies that can restrict you. Like if they want maybe 50% of profit from what you're investing in, then you might end up making losses and you'll give up on that investment. But if the government is more generous and says maybe we shall take maybe 10% from what you're investing in, then you'll be encouraged to continue investing.
Okay, thank you. So we have different government policies. And if those government policies are favorable, like taxation, if they're giving you maybe tax holidays, maybe they are subsidizing is giving in money for the production of the goods. They are giving you most of the government incentives that are helping you to invest. If they are in place, they are going to encourage you to invest. But if the government policies are unfavorable, then they are going to then they are going to stop you from investing. Then next is the determination to work hard. Who can explain that one? Yes, Liz.
Excuse me, Teacher Rose.
Yes.
Before no, I'm not explaining the point. I have like something to add on.
Go ahead.
Like before we go to investment, in saving, I have another book here that says ways of saving, and there are bank deposits. This involves opening up an account with banks where you can deposit your money. Buying assets, one can save money through buying assets like land, houses, animals. Investing in business, this takes the form of starting a business so as to earn profits. Forced saving, this is where one is forced to save by law, like the National Social Security Fund, which deducts employees' salaries and is given to them in their old age or at death. So that's
yes, that is the activity. That's the activity I was going to leave you with. It is there, that activity. Give 3 forms of savings that an individual can use to start a business. And those are the answers to that question. So you can repeat the answers to the class.
So right now,
yes.
The bank deposits. This involves opening up an account with banks where you can deposit your money. Buying assets, one can save money through buying assets like land, houses, animals, etc. Investing in business, this takes the form of starting a business so as to earn profits. Forced saving, this is where one is forced to save by law, like the National Social Security Fund, which deducts employee salaries and it is given to them in their old age or at death. Like to summarize all of them, it could just be bank deposits, buying assets, investing in business, forced saving.
Excuse me, teacher.
You are excused.
How does buying of assets help in saving? Because like if you're buying, you're just gaining the properties, but you're not like saving money. Could you explain that point?
Who can answer that one?
Yeah, can I try?
Yes, try, dear.
Like if let's say I am like young, so I buy a piece of land, I buy animals, I buy buildings on it. Now, like when I go into a debt, I can sell those animals. I can sell those animals and get money. Or if I want like money, I can sell those animals and get money for the land.
I can also explain.
Very good. You can also explain. Okay, add on.
Okay, teacher, things like land, they keep getting more expensive. If you go back 5 years ago, the price of land wasn't as much as it is now, and it won't be small like it is today in the near future. So you can buy land today, and in future you can sell it, and you'll earn profit from that.
Yes.
Thank you. So those are the different forms of savings. We can be forced to
Excuse
save.
me, teacher.
Yes, you are excused.
Teacher, can you also explain more on the point of investing in business? Because I think she mentioned a point like that.
Who can throw more light on that?
Me.
It's me. It's me.
Me.
Yes, best explain.
For example, if you say investment in what in asset, sorry, investment in businesses. Like if a company is just setting, let me give an example as AfriSale, and like you have the money right now, and like you don't know what you know, you might save it, but you would rather invest it in a business that is growing rapidly. So if that business makes a lot of interest, you invest in it, you may get even shares. So when the business gets it gets like a huge like it rapidly grows and gets a lot of money, you'll be able to claim some of the money that you invested in it and even get more money because you'll get the interest that you have invested in. So if it gets huge profits, you also gain more than you invested. So it helps you to increase your money.
Thank you, Bestia. So sometimes we invest in businesses. Those businesses come with profits. That means we have saved our money and we're also gaining the profits. Yes, Namulindwa, what do you have to say?
Sorry, teacher, I left my hand up.
Okay, Namagende, your hand is up.
Yes, teacher, I wanted to say that it's also on buying business assets. Buying assets can also be like, let's say you bought a cow and you bought it like it's young, and then you keep it and you keep it and you feed it, continues growing. And then when it reaches some time, like you've been saving your cow, and then it reaches some time, you have to pay some debts. You can use the cow to get money, and then you can pay the money. So it can also be like buying assets.
Okay, thank you very much. So we have all those different forms of savings. Yes, Nakalema, what do you have to say?
Excuse me, teacher. I wanted to ask, like, is online saving also a form of saving? Or it's the same as bank deposit?
How do you save online?
I think like you can put money on your phone and maybe you can send it, like sometimes you deposit on a phone and you send it directly into a bank.
I think it's the same as bank deposit.
Yes, it's the same as bank deposit.
Because when you deposit,
okay, thank you, teacher.
That account.
Okay, do we still have some questions?
Excuse me, teacher. Yes. So for example, when you get money and then you keeping it on the phone, you keep it from the phone. Is it a form of saving?
Yes, you're depositing money on your phone, like on your account on the phone. That can be under bank deposit. Queen, what do you have to tell us?
So I'm just asking, these first savings, are they only for government workers or for even private workers?
For whoever is not on government payroll.
Okay.
Yes. Nakadio, your hand is still up.
And teacher, can also buying ornaments be a form of savings?
Yes, if you're hoping to sell them later.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So I hope we can continue now. Can we continue?
Yes, please.
Who is reading for us?
Can I read?
Yes, we are now on reasons for making savings and investments.
So I start from number 1 as a precaution.
Yes.
Okay. As a precaution for future needs, people save income to provide for unseen problems that may arise in the future and will require them to suddenly spend money. Both individuals and business hold some cash and bank accounts to provide for illness, accidents, and unemployment, etc. Should I continue to transactions?
Yeah, to you.
2, for transactions. Income is
What
also
number
served.
to you?
Yes?
Before you go to number 2, is that point clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
2, for transactions. Income is also served in order to have cash to meet transactions of personal and business nature.
Your pets are making noise.
Income is also served to have cash to meet transactions of personal and business nature. At a personal level, individuals will need cash to be used in their day-to-day transactions. Business will save money to reinvest to business or expansion purposes for replacing existing machines.
Okay, thank you. You can stop there and we have somebody else to read. Lena.
Self-employment. Once an entrepreneur or individual invests his or her income or savings, he will create employment opportunities for him or herself. This will enable him or her to become self-reliant.
Very good. Next.
Exploitation of ideal resources. Investing in business enables entrepreneurs to use resources that may be ideal and convert into goods and services to meet people's needs.
Good. And next.
Shall I continue reading?
Yes, if the previous point is clear to you. Is it clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, but that word is idle. Exploitation of idle resources. Next.
Employment of others. If investments being made are to use a lot of labor or labor intensive, then a number of people will be employed. This will reduce on the unemployment problem in the society and country at large. This will further lead to people raising their standards of living.
Okay, thank you. Next. Number 6.
Utilization of resources. By establishing enterprises, whether small or large, it will help in tapping latent resources like human resources, land, water, plants, and animals, and producing goods and services for export, local consumption, or investment. This will lead to economic growth of the area and country.
Is it clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, number 7.
The equality argument. Investment helps in the creation of wealth by producing more goods and services and income to the investors and employees. Investment therefore helps to bring people together in the economic activities and in a way helps in the distribution of income. This particularly helps if investment is deliberately spread all over the parts of the country.
Okay, thank you. Are all those points clear to you?
So could you explain more number 7?
Number 7. The equality argument. Investment helps in the creation of wealth by producing more goods and services and income to the investors and employees. Investment therefore helps to bring more people into economic activities and in a way helps in the distribution of income. This particularly helps in investment in deliberately spread all over the parts of the country. That people invest and save and invest because they also want to get some money. They want to get income. And that helps in distributing the income, whereby everyone is working, everyone is earning. So that's why people do invest working. Tell us. Tendo, your hand is up.
Teacher, I just wanted to read.
Okay, before you going to read, but let us first see whether there are no questions on this. Is there any question on the reasons why people are? Okay, I'm going to repeat. Any other question?
Teacher, point 6.
Point
6.
Okay, point 6. Utilization of the resources. By establishing enterprises, whether small or large, it will help in tapping latent resources like human resources, land, water, plants, animals, and producing goods and services for export, or consumption, or investment. This leads to economic growth of the area and the country. So if people invest because there are resources that are there that are not utilized, so they invest to utilize them, like human being, land, water, plants. So if you see such resources idle there, you can invest in them and you use them, utilize them. That's it. Then the last question is for equality argument, where everyone is working and investing and earning. So people do that to earn a living, to work. Yes, any other question before we go to something else? Okay, Tendo, you're reading for us. Tendo, are you ready to read?
Teacher, yes. Okay. Forms of savings. By opening bank accounts and depositing our savings there, buying properties like animals, houses, etc., investing in businesses, buying land, etc., buying shares from other business.
And we have already discussed all those. Tendo, do you have any question on those ones?
No, teacher, I think we have discussed all of them.
Okay. So let us have somebody else to take us through the saving plan. Yes, Queen.
Making saving plan. Making plans for saving. This requires one to forecast how, when, and how much income he or she will receive during a given period. This will require the person to be thorough in making how to counteract them. The next step is to develop a budget and in so doing, prioritize his or her needs. This will entail doing the following. A. Identification of needs, setting up saving targets, prioritizing the needs, finding out the cost of each need, finding out the total cost of the needs to income and establishing whether the balance meets saving targets, carrying out a review of prioritizing needs, their costs and saving targets to ensure that they can all be accommodated within income packages, choosing how the savings of income can be done, making the saving, spending part of the income on the priority, list items that have been provided with the budget.
Okay, any question on that? No question? Yes, Tendo. Tendo.
Teacher, isn't identification of needs point A the same as point I, which says spending part of the income on the priority list items that have been provided with the budget? Isn't it like connected? Because I think needs are the priority.
No, here this one is the need, identification of the need. Why should I save? What am I going to save for? Then the last one is that from that thing you want to save for, there are different things you want to buy for that item. Maybe you want to start a business, then you prioritize, what should I first buy for this business? I hope it is clear that way.
Yes.
Yeah. Not good there?
Teacher, yeah, can you please explain point E and F?
I'm going to explain. Then Muksa. Sharon. Tender.
Sorry, I left my hand up.
Okay, let me explain. So we have the making plan for saving. Requires one to forecast how, when, and how much income he or she will receive during a given period. This will require the person to be thorough in making how to counteract them. The next step is to develop a budget and in so doing, prioritize his or her needs. This will entail doing the following. One, identification of the needs. Why am I saving? That is it. Then setting the saving targets. How much do I want to save? Prioritizing the needs, finding out that that is how much it is going to cost. Finding out the total cost of the needs to income and establish whether the balance meets the saving targets. So there you balance on how much you're earning and how much you're saving and whether you have enough balance to meet your saving targets. Then carrying out a review on prioritizing needs, their cost and saving targets to ensure that they can all be accommodated within the income package. So here you can review. Like if you're saying that the money you're earning is less and you cannot meet your saving targets, you can reduce on your saving targets and you can even reduce on the needs you are going to buy.
Excuse me, teacher.
How the saving of income can be done, how you're going to save the money, how you're going to put it in bank, in saving box, etc. Then making the saving, you start saving and then spending part of the income on the priority list item, and that's have been provided with the budget. Then you start using the money that is remaining after saving. That's it. So in this plan, we are planning. We are looking at our needs and the money we are getting. Then we say, what are we going to spend on? Then how much are we going to save until we save the money? And then we spend the remaining one.
Excuse me, teacher.
You excused?
So making the plans for saving, is it after one has started a business and they are planning on how they'll save from the profits they get from the business?
No, it is before. Let me give an example. Like now you're getting your pocket money. Then from that pocket money, you sit down and start making a saving plan. And you say, if I'm given 100,000 per term or per week, which one am I spending on? What are my needs? So you see, I want this, I buy this, I buy this. Then how much do I want to save? Then you set the saving target and then you save. Any question?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Teacher, I was asking for point number 3. Could you please explain it? Number C.
Number 3.
Point C.
Read it.
Prioritizing the needs. Yes, could you please try to explain? Give more light, okay? I don't really get it.
Like I've given an example. You're getting 100,000 as your pocket money, maybe per week. Then you sit down and you prioritize your needs, and you say which items do I need to say to spend money on. Can I forego this? Prioritize this, like that? Yes.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Yes, Anyans.
Yes, teacher. I was requesting you to please explain for point C. My connection is good.
Okay. Shirabo, your hand is up.
Excuse me, I just need some clarification. Saving targets are made before you spend the money.
Yes.
Okay. So like if you have the money, like the example you gave 100,000 and you plan to save 10,000, do you remove it immediately or you use and then you make sure that your saving is 10,000?
Here you first remove the savings and then you spend the remaining.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yes, actually, your hand is up.
Excuse me, teacher. Teacher, I was wondering if investors and sponsors like do the same thing.
You can. When this one expires, and it's already here expires, the second one will load on. Because my phone has refused.
Teacher, I was asking if investors and sponsors like do the same thing.
Yes. Yes, Ashley.
Teacher, she said that the investors okay, no, I don't know.
Okay. So I have some exercise here for you. And now that we are in holiday and we cannot make groups, now we are going to do some individual savings. So I want you to sit down and think of any business opportunity you can invest in and start saving for that business opportunity. So that when we come back, you will be able to explain to us how much you saved and whether you started the business or not. If the business is big and it may need a lot of time and a lot of savings, you will continue saving until you come back and then you tell us how much you have saved and where you're going to invest the money. So that is our homework until we come back to school.
Teacher.
Yes.
Teacher, I was asking if sponsors and investors do the same thing.
Excuse me, teacher.
Teacher. Teacher.
Yes.
Excuse me, teacher. Mommy.
Yes. Best, what are you telling us?
Teacher, I just wanted to ask about like when will we have like the exams or tests?
Very soon. We are now setting.
But like teachers, sometimes we have like I'm asking, like for example, like if you have like internet problems or you have a problem with the computer during the test, what do you do?
Of course, you explain later.
Excuse me, teacher.
Okay, will there be tests or exams?
Tests.
Are they going to be this week? Because they said the last week, and this is the last week, or they're going to be next week?
I'm yet to confirm. I'm going to confirm.
Okay. Excuse me, may I please repeat the assignment?
Our assignment is we are going to sit down and make a saving plan and identify the business where we are going to invest that money. So if possible, you can start the investment during this holiday. If not possible, you continue saving and then you tell us how much you have saved, and when we come back, you tell us how much you have saved and where you're going to invest that money and your saving target.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. But we are still continuing. We still have some time.
Yes.
But that is our homework. That is our homework on that topic of saving and investment. Everyone should start saving, and you identify the business where you're going to invest that money. Okay. Yes, Chivalama.
I have two questions.
Ask.
If want to start, you already have the raw materials for starting. You just start it and then start the business.
Yes, I've said for those who if it is easy for you to start during this holiday, please start. Invest your money and start the business.
Okay. I need that job. No, any of your friends need jobs. Like I never say any job that is being. Okay, not any job. Like
so I didn't get.
Okay, we continue. Our next topic there is location of a business. Location of a business. Who is taking us through location of a business?
So can I take you through?
Yes.
Okay. Location of business. This refers to the setting up of business in a particular area. Location of business is one of the factors that affect business success. Therefore, the entrepreneur should choose an appropriate site for the business. Should I stop there?
Yes, let me first explain from there. So they are saying location is one of the factors that will affect the success of the business. So where you locate your business is something that is very, very important. Customers should be in position to access your business, and you should be in position to access the other essential services like water, electricity, among others. So the location of the business should be as near as possible to the market and to the sources of raw materials. So from there, we are going to look at the factors affecting or influencing the location of the business. I want somebody to take us through those factors. If you'd wish to read. Yes, Anna. Hayebare. Anna. Hayebare.
Teacher, I was asking whether sponsors and investors do the same thing.
No, they don't do the same thing. Sponsors can put in their money when they're not expecting anything, but investors, they are expecting profits.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Yes.
I was still reading.
Read.
Market. Business should be located nearer to the market or customers to enable them easily access business product. Furthermore, if products are perishable and they are no means to preserving them, it's better for a business to be located near the market.
Is the point clear to you? Can we continue? Okay, let us have Adeke Faith also reading for us the next point.
Source of raw materials. A business should be located as near to the source of raw materials as possible, especially when the raw materials are bulky and perishable. This reduces the cost of transport and the risk of perishable raw materials getting spoiled.
Okay, is the point clear to you?
Yes, it is.
Okay, next point to be read by Lena. Lena.
Accessibility to transport and communication network. A business should be located along all-weather roads to facilitate easy movement of its raw materials, products, and customers all the time. Furthermore, the location should have communication services like telephone, faxes, email, internet services, etc. To facilitate quick transfer of business information from the business to the customers, suppliers, bankers, etc.
Okay, thank you. Is the point clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, let us have Shalom reading us the next point.
Presence of land or buildings for business operation. The land or buildings required for the business operation should be available. These can be rented, purchased, or leased for the business operations. However, if the site is for purchasing, it should be large enough to allow expansion of the business if desired at a later age.
Okay, thank you. Chisache, can you take us through the next one?
Presence of human resources.
Chisache.
Which one?
Chisache, whose hand was up? This is Drew.
Oh, Drusilla.
Yes, Drusilla.
Presence of human resources. A business may also be located in an area where there is skilled and unskilled labor at a low cost of hiring.
Is the point clear to you?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let us have Namara. Namara,
business
yeah.
that may direct allocation. Government policy. The government may provide employment opportunities, balance industrial growth in the country, and protect the natural environment. For example, the industrial park.
Okay, thank you. So the government may influence the location. And next at Haire, Audrey. At Haire, can you?
Yes, teacher.
Number 7.
Presence of adequate power supply. Power is very important in deciding where to locate a business. For example, a manufacturing business that uses a lot of power for its operation should be located near the power source.
Is that point clear to you? Okay, let us have Ndagano.
Presence of water sources. Water plays an important role as a component and raw material in the production of some goods like soft drinks, beer, textiles, dairy farms, and brick making. Such businesses should therefore be located near permanent sources of water.
Okay, thank you. Is the point clear to you?
Teacher,
Yes.
Today I'm not going to carry out the poll.
You go ahead and do it. Let us have the second last and the last point and we complete. Nanyas, you're reading for us.
So which point? Yeah, which point?
9 and 10.
Okay. Security. Many people prefer to locate their businesses in areas that enjoy a high degree of security. 10. Presence of business support services. Business support services like banks for financial support and insurance companies to protect their business against risk can also influence an entrepreneur when choosing his or her business site.
Okay, thank you. So that makes the end of the topic, business location. And our next topic will be government revenue. If you don't have any question, we can call it again. If you have a question, last topic.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yeah, excused.
Teacher, it's not about what we have learned. I just saying about the tests. I went off and so I just found people talking about the tests and I don't know what you said.
We shall have an official communication about the test later. Right now, I don't have any official communication. Yes, Namulindwa.
Excuse me, teacher. When we went to the location of a business, what about I see here factors that influence the level of savings in society and the ways of promoting savings among entrepreneurs.
Oh, you'll give them to us next time we are meeting. Please don't forget.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Athaire. Athaire, your hand is up.
Oh, sorry, I left it up.
Okay.
I have no question.
Okay, nice time.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you, teacher, for that lesson.
Bye. Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Thank you, teacher, for the lesson.
Bye, teacher. Bye, everyone.
Thank you for that.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Guys, bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.
Just that no.
Guys, I'm still
You're a boy that I got.
And you know that button and switch it off.
Oh,
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Unmute.
It's unmuted.
Bye.
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 Have mercy.
Regina,